What's going on, mama? Welcome to our YouTube channel. Trevor and Natalia Munoz, coaches for Strength Era Academy. Now, you're probably here because you're looking for this. You're looking to the protein goal fat loss guide. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief overview on how just hitting your protein goal or getting in more protein can make the biggest difference between you getting to your goals or not. Sometimes it's just little tweaks and adjustments that go a long way as far as getting you to where you want to be. Now, also outside of the protein variable, another reason why you might feel overwhelmed and stuck is because of the following. You probably hop on Google. You try to do this yourself. You try to Google, okay, how to lose weight, how to keep it off long term, how to drop the stubborn belly fat, how to lose the mom pooch, whatever it may be, right? When you do that, you get 1,000 different answers. That's going to leave you feeling very overwhelmed and discouraged. It's like, okay, well, do I zig? Do I zag? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I jump up? Do I jump down? Man, what the heck do I do, right? Because the thing is, in the context of losing fat, yes, 100%, nutrition is number one, right? But it's very nuanced, it's highly contextual, and it needs to be individualized. But like I said before, sometimes something as simple as making sure that you get an adequate amount of protein could be a big step in the right direction to getting you to where you want to be. And that's essentially what we help out our moms with in our one-on-one program, because they get all this information, they're motivated, they're driven, they're working out 4 to 6 days a week, whatever it may be, but they're like, man, I'm still not seeing the results I want. So you get all those pieces of the puzzle, and when they come to us, we just help them put it together to finally see those results that they want. And that's specifically what we specialize in: fat loss and lifestyle transformation for busy moms over 35. Our ladies, on average, they work out 2 to 3 times a week. Yes, less is more when you're doing the correct things. They don't kill themselves in the gym. Some of them work out from home. They certainly don't give up foods that they love, or they don't starve themselves. And no, we do not give up carbs. They work with either myself one-on-one directly or my wife one-on-one directly. No, we don't sign you into our program and then pass you off to some other coach. You work with us directly. And everything, once again, is tailor-made to fit your specific individual needs. It has to be tailored. It has to be that way. And we're pretty much attached to the hip. We have an open line of communication 24/7. And I tell my clients that basically from this moment on, I am going to live in your back pocket. That's how it works. And just so you could see, so this is not my personal page, but this is our Strength Era page for a lot of testimonials and before and afters. Here's my old client, Whitney. We're talking about her losing 20 pounds within the program, a little more than 1 pound a week. She's a mom. She's a wife. She works. Another one of our clients. Actually, this is Jen. We just have a recent progress photo of her. So she's actually still down a few pounds even from this. Once again, busy mom, works full time, married. And this is Amy. Absolutely crushed it. Lost another 20 pounds after trying every diet in the book for years. And yeah, if you go down, then we have a lot of kick butt testimonials. And also too, at the end of this, as I'm giving you guys the breakdown of this protein cheat sheet right here, if you decide, you know what, I could use some extra accountability, I could use some support because I want to get to where I want to be that much faster, as opposed to continuing to try to figure this out on my own, just come back to the chat and Instagram. We'll have a quick conversation and then we'll see what we could do to help you out and if our program will be a good fit for you. With that said, we'll hop into this. First and foremost, we start off with how to hit your protein, because here's the thing. Whenever these ladies get into our program for the first time, and this is something I noticed across the board pretty much with everyone, it's a very common where they get into our program, like I said, they're working out 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes even more, going to boot camp, going to Orange Theory, F45, right? They're eating chicken, quinoa, rice, and broccoli, and they can't lose a pound. Now, it's usually a culmination of reasons why they're not getting the results they want, but one thing across the board is more often than not, they were always under consuming on protein. Here's the thing. This is objective reality. If you're trying to drop body fat, build muscle tone, shape your body composition, but you are not able to get the adequate amount of protein your body needs for those goals, then you are never going to get to where you want to be. It's never going to happen. And so that's the thing. It's a reminder that your muscles are made out of protein. So if you want more muscle tone and less body fat, what do we need to feed the muscle with? Protein. And also too, protein, it's honestly the fountain of youth. It's going to help out with satiety, helping you feel full. It's going to help out with blood sugar regulation. It's also going to help out with preserving lean muscle tissue, building more muscle tissue as you age. Because also too, ladies, that's the thing. As you guys age, you want to make sure that you have an adequate amount of muscle, because that's going to help you prevent osteoporosis, prevent any kind of chronic illness, disease, and sickness. So needless to say, from this point forward, I really hope that you make it a priority for protein to be like your best friend. And then once again, even with protein, there's nuance to that. Am I eating too much? Am I not eating enough? Like, what's that sweet spot? And this guide is going to break it down from a simplistic point of view on how much protein you should be consuming for your goals. We also go into some protein sources that we recommend, give you some samples in terms of like, okay, well, you could have for breakfast. And because that's another thing. It's like, it's not even just making sure that you're getting getting more protein, but it's like, well, what do I eat specifically? And something we tell our clients, it's like, hey, listen, I just recommend throughout the day to pick 3 to 4 protein sources that you're partial to and then stick to those. Because I think a lot of times people, they want variety. But the thing is, for the sake of consistency, sometimes simplicity is really going to be key, as cliche as that sounds. So I tell our clients, keep it stupid simple. And then as you get really good at hitting your protein goal and consuming more protein, and you can prove to yourself that you could be consistent with that over a longer period of time, okay, then we could start to add in some variety if you would like to do so, right? But this is a really good breakdown of like, okay, well, you could have for snacks, lunch, breakfast, and also too, I'm a Costco guy, so I recommend, getting some of these protein sources in bulk from Costco. Going to be more bang for your buck. And so we go over some tips for shopping, some poultry, some meats, seafood and fish. I'm not really a big seafood guy. I like sushi, but my wife, she's not a big sushi fan. But if you like seafood and fish, then there you go. Dairy and eggs, plant-based. We don't really coach too many women that stick strictly to plant-based, but if that's you, then here we go. We got a good list for you to reference. Some more on-the-go, easy, quick pantry samples, some stuff that you could take with you in the car if you're constantly traveling. We have a lot of clients that travel for work, so these are some really great options. And then also too, we want to give you guys a visual, because some of us were visual learners. Like, this is really helpful in this guide. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, definitely I'm going to have you guys go through this. It's super simple. It's not extensive. Once you read it, I think you're going to have a much better understanding of how much protein you need to get. And this will definitely be a big step in the right direction, and this will help. But if you feel like you need, like I said, a little extra more support, or you need help addressing the nuance of what you're currently doing to start seeing those results, then come back to the chat. Like I said, we'll have a quick conversation about what our program would look specifically like for you. And if it's a good fit, then we can move forward and then go from there. With that said, I hope this was helpful. You have a great day, and I hope that we talk sooner than later.